All right. Miles announced earlier, we've got the parade marshals this year. Honorary parade marshals are Paul and Geneva Rackers from Jefferson City, Missouri. They met in high school in 1953 when Paul was a senior and Geneva was a freshman. They dated until Paul left for the service in 1954. Then reconnected, and he was engaged in the game. They were 9 great-grandchildren and 2 great-great-grandchildren. Both of them have been extremely active with our show for a number of years. They're just a fine couple, and it's nice to see somebody that's been married a long, long time. We're very thankful to have them here with us and all the work they've done to be with us. Give them a nice round of applause.
Watch the field behind the plow, turn 2 straight dark rows, feel the trickle in your clothes, blow the dust cakes from your nose, hear the tractor's steady roar. No, you can't stop now, with a quarter section more or less to go.
All right, now we're going to get them to move on, and we'll bring the horses in next. So if you all want to move, you'll have the horses coming from the north. And Neil is going to tell us about the horses we have today. I think we've got at least 2 teams. 3? Oh, that'll be wonderful. Thank you. All right, sir.
Well, first up coming through is Valerie Ingleton from St. Joe, Missouri. She is driving a pair of Norwegian Fjords. They are a draft horse. A lot of people refer to them as ponies. They are not. They are classified as a draft horse, and they will work right alongside everything else. She's driving Dutch and Hokie. They're brown duns. She's pulling a plow that's owned by Billy Myers in California, Missouri. But they go everywhere with them. They plow, they mow hay, they do parades, the wagon trains, and they ride them. The horses, these horses love people. They've been the star of the show over there. Kids met them. They've participated in the Frontier Frontier Days, the rodeo entries, and she wants to tell you she's glad that you all are here today. I want to tell you something else about this lady. We went over this morning and plowed, or tried to plow, and she was the only teamster that got to walk the plow out and put it in the ground. Yeah, we kind of wondered, but she did it. Next up is Ken Avery. He's from Cockshutt, Missouri, which is a suburb of Clarksburg. He's driving Cap and Prince. They're 4 years old. He's pulling an Auger 2-way plow. And he was over there plowing this morning. And he told me I could have a commission if I tell you them horses are for sale. They're 4 years old. Next up is a pair of horses that's owned by Bill and Susie Edwards. They're kind of new to this. They're a well-broke team. They're mother and daughter. That's Mickey and Ginger. Rod Malco from Urbana, Missouri is driving them, and his sister's on the left, and Josie. Josie is a hitch driver for Budweiser Clydesdales over here. And she's come over to help. And we now know they don't like steam engines. You want to turn them around, bring them back the other way, Rod? Nope, we're going to go by the steam engine. This is the young horse. The daughter is on the left, and I'm telling you, steam engines, as quiet as they are a horse's worst nightmare. But we've got by there. Everything's good. We're going to go plow again about 2:30 or 2:45, and we'll see what we can do for you. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you. Always good to have the horses with us. Gives you a chance to see how agriculture began and how it worked for centuries. That was what took over from the hand wagon. All right, we're going to get next generation, and that's the steam engine. This one is a 1911 horse, 190 years. brand new. And that is extremely rare to see a steam engine that's been in the same family for, what would that be, 113 years. That's an unbelievable thing to see. And this is a beautiful engine. It's been well kept, as you can see. They never let it sit out of the tree for years. And it's unusual, as you'll see when you see the rest of the steam engines that come through today. What makes it unusual is what they call an undermount engine. The boiler sits on a frame, and the engine, the flywheel all, sits underneath it. It's a two-cylinder engine. That's the kind that Avery mostly made, although they did make a traditional engine, but you don't see many of those. But this is just a prime example of an undermount two-cylinder engine. It's a beautiful piece. It's just so nice to have an original engine. And we thank David for bringing this. The second or third year he's been here, and we really, really appreciate him coming. Let's have a toot on that whistle, sir. Well, we're going to get a little different looking engine up here now. This is a 20 horse Harrison jumbo engine. They were made in Boonville, Illinois. Sort of what we would call a regional engine. They made a lot of engines in this part of the country. Very popular because people not have suitable heavy steam engine plow. Some of that done, but not none of those. So most of what you did here with the engine was belt work. Had it on the thrasher, the overhauler. Then in the winter you plow with it all winter. That's how you made that work. This engine was rebuilt in 2012 by David and Chris Young over at Odessa, Missouri. And actually, David's going to bring a really, really old engine through after this. You'll get to see that. But this is a beautifully restored Harrison jumbo. You don't see a lot of these except here in the Midwest. Once in a while, it's what's been hauled out. This one has one unusual feature. It's got what you call a cabbage stack. You see, the stack is smokestack where the smoke's coming out. That's shaped different than all the rest up here. That's a spark arrestor. What that was made for was they burned a lot of wood back years ago. Of course, they burned some straw too. I don't know whether this one was ever equipped for straw burning or not. But wood creates a lot of spark, really more than coal does. And so when you're out in a dry wheat field and you're pulling hard and you're spitting that out, you really don't want a lot of sparks coming out in your dry wheat straw. So that was, and if you would close it, you wouldn't have it open like Earl has it, but you would have it closed. Anyway, this engine's owned by Earl and Karma Howler of Boonville, Missouri. Earl bought this, I think, when he was about 18 or 19 years old. It's an engine that has been at this show for years and years. Yet he's in Boonville, Missouri, by the way, and it pulls the rock crusher. So if you want to see this engine work, go right over the northeast corner of the grounds, and you'll see him on the rock crusher after a while. Thank you all for being with us today. We're always happy to see that engine. Oh my, this little young man in the red t-shirt with the bib overalls, he's 5 years old. Let's give him a round of applause and say happy birthday. Happy birthday, young man. I hope you have a good one. Harrison, Now, when you get a little bigger, son, you hammer on your grandfather for that steam engine. You ought to leave that to you. That ought to be your steam engine. Oh. Giving away Earl's property. That's not too good, is it? Well, all right, coming up now, we've got a little different engine. Steam engine manufacturers back years ago were sort of like car manufacturers were in the same period. There were a lot of manufacturers all trying to perfect perfect steam engines so they could corner the market. Well, one year to get more of the others, we'll talk about this in a minute. But all of these were popular. It was a 1925 Russel steam engine. It's owned by Sheppard of Baxter, Minnesota. This engine's got interesting history. It's a local relatively big engine. It was bought new in 1928. The end of the steam engine era, the steam engines moved a little slow. So this engine set a while before it was purchased. It was bought in Sham in Truxton, Missouri. He unloaded the engine in Off Point, Missouri, and office railroad car, and he drove it to Truxton, Missouri, which is just further to the west, where he used it for many years. Jeff acquired it several years ago, and he had it about 30 years. But it's been in this area all of that time. It's just a beautifully restored, perfect example of another company that was very active in the steam business and did not make the transition really to gas tractors. How about a little toot on the whistle there? This engine was originally purchased through an Aaronville, Illinois, in 1920 from the R.R. Long plant in that town. He used it right to 1946. It sat for 5 years. It was bought by the Bodie brothers of Grange, Illinois. They used it in their sawmill, and in the 50s, Mr. Long purchased the engine back. He restored it and put it out to display on front of his business. 64, it was sold to Gerald Blakely of Springfield, Illinois, who took it to the Pinckeyville and the Jacksonville, Illinois shows until about 1970, when it was sold to Emil C-Snap of Boonville, Missouri, who left it to his nephew Elmer, who actually brought the engine to the show here in the mid-1980s. Brian and Lisa bought it, as I said, in 1998 from Elmer. They restored it over the next 2 years, and they have shown it ever since. Case is an interesting company, because not only did they make the transition from steam to gas tractor, but they also were credited with producing more steam engines than all the other, at least they claimed this, that they built more steam engines than all the other manufacturers put together. I don't know if that's true, I've never counted them, but that's what they like to claim. But this engine's a prime example of all the engines they built except their biggest. And they all look just like this. They were either smaller or bigger. All right, what else have we got now? Oh, here we come. All right, those folks here, so I couldn't see them for the people sitting there. All right, this is a half-scale 60-horse steam engine, a model. It was owned by the Jim Peters family of Holiday, Missouri. Joe Bonneron is employed, is running the engine, and this engine's been in this area just a while. We're not exactly sure who built it, but it was owned by Avery. That's not right, I'll get it in a minute. Yeah, it was around Paris, Missouri. Edgar and Ralph Leving. The Leving family owns this, I believe. All right, next up, I mentioned David Jowett, but this is an 1887 6-horse Nichols and Sheppard steam engine. It's owned by the Jowett family of Odessa, Missouri. And this engine has been going to shows in Iowa and Nebraska since the 1950s. This is by far the oldest engine on these grounds, one of the oldest you'll see. When you get prior to 1900, you're really getting back in the beginnings of the steam engine. There were some before that, but you rarely see them. But this is a beautiful, small engine. It was the kind that came out with they would have pulled a little sawmill, maybe a shingle mill with it. They might have had a hand-beat little separator they could pull with it, but it was a small engine, and it obviously survived and did its work for many years. The Johnson picked this up, David told me not too long ago, and did a little work on it, and they have it here. Beautiful little piece, and a rare piece of history to find one that old. You got a whistle on that? There you go. Thank you, sir. Any more steam engines? That look like I don't think we do. I think that's the steam engines for the day. So, all right, we need to move on. Let's get with those tractors. So as soon as David gets out of the way, you all can come on with those Oliver tractors. Well, I bet we got a bunch today, don't we? All the way back to Woolridge. So if you're not comfortable, get comfortable, because we're probably going to be here a while, part of the while. All right, you all heading out. They were just about out of the way. I think we got, I can't see, but hopefully, unfortunately, the only thing I see up there's got a red nose on it. I know we got a red one here, but that may be the first one. That's the experimental one we got. Maybe that's the first, I believe that's the first one coming. Nichols Sheppard doesn't move too fast. All right, gentlemen, let's bring those tractors on. Move them on up here. Put it in second gear and bring it up. We'll get this show going. We got a lot of tractors, and we don't want to be here till past supper time. You all might want to be, but Miles and I don't. There we go. We can get them close enough to see that number. We can tell you what we got coming in here. While we're waiting for him to come, I would make a little plug for the tent right behind me, the big white tent right here to my left and your right, the north. That's the, what is the name of that? Which church is it? Pilot Grove St. Joseph's Public School, and they're doing a pork dinner that I'm telling you is wonderful. I had one of those last night, and it is superb. So if you are looking for a good little something to eat, you can sit down around that tent. It's nice and cool, and they've got a really good pork steak. So I recommend you go over and have one. They're tasty. They got all the things to go with it too, not only just the steak.
Yeah.
All right, this is a 1954 Oliver XO 121. It belongs to the Floyd County Museum in Charles City, Iowa. That's, of course, where Oliver was made, and after Oliver went out of business, was taken over White, Charles City, Iowa started to become a haven for Oliver memorabilia and Hart-Parr, things like that. They've got a nice collection of tractors. This was an experimental model with a 12-to-1 compression ratio. The project started in 1953 with the Apple Corporation to experiment with fuels in a high compression engine. This is the only tractor version that Oliver produced, as well as the two other engines for testing. So there's one tractor, two engines. Lee Sackett of Waltham, Minnesota is responsible for borrowing this tractor from the Floyd County Museum and bringing it to us, and we're extremely happy to have it. That's one you just don't see very often. You have to go to the museum generally to see it.
And this is Sherry Schaefer. She was our speaker last night at the banquet. Give her a big hand. She's editor of Heritage Iron and Oliver Magazine. Great job, young lady.
All right, we've got another 1954 Oliver XO 121 tribute tractor. David Coningsville of Simpson, Missouri. Recreation is the recreation of one of the three original engines. Well, the tractor is not original, but the engine is one of the original tractors. It's a tribute tractor that looks just like the original. Beautiful thing. All right, we got what? Cletrac now, Miles, of military. Oh, we're going to go to war. 1940. Number one, military Cletrac. Jerry Luke, beautiful piece. I tell you, you don't see many military pieces like that.
If you buy that one for me, he's going to drive it to my house.
Boy, that's a deep car trying to cut your house here, Mom. We got an Oliver 1900 tractor. What number is he?
1900.
90. Number 90. Give me that.
Front wheel assist. Another of the Mr. Lukey that was on the military Cletrac has got, I think, 34 or 35 tractors here at our show.
All right. Nice piece. Thank you, sir. I don't
there. Muscle tractor all around. Moving on. Just keep right on moving.
Got another 1955 Oliver Boonville tip. Very moved his land over to intended the year, but got both the sales one day.
The first tractor there, I think, had a Cummins transplant in it. Now, these are Oliver might be a 3150 or 3208, depending on the age.
Next one up is a 1950 Boonville assembly carrier, old pit tractor as well. Those also carry.
Thank you, Tony.
All right, we got a 1962 Oliver 1600 diesel, utility diesel, Hancock Farms, size Missouri, only Hancock is showing in, and it's first year for $1,600. Nice big sack Missouri. Got a 77 Oliver. Has Plow all over mid-Missouri since 1964. Richard Eolberger of Boonville, Missouri. Tractors are driven to Earl Wendleton. Really, Mr. Tractor Cold Central, Missouri. Thank you, sir. Nice one. All right, 1961 550 Oliver, Charles Ellenbrock of Liberty, found in the first time. That's tractor one. Only had 3 wheels and they were all flat, 3 going up through the middle. That's protected, so he bought it for $50. Looks like he did a pretty good job with it for $50. Probably got another $1.50 for it. Oh, we got a little Oliver Crawler, 064. got that card on that one with 71. This is 1963. Oliver OC4, Albert Cletrac. Going upward, man. Some car from Springfield, Pennsylvania. Glad it's sold to Oliver. 1961, Oliver OC4 Roller. Salt Note, agricultural commercial with a 3-point hit. Controlled by Russel and added to diesel. Alright, next up, I think 1973 Oliver, 2255, four-wheel assist, got a cat hood Deloitte, and dual front tires, all Darwin, Minnesota, only 552 per bill. Thank you, sir. That's a cool motorcycle. That's one of the latter ones. Thank you. Alright, we got a attachment. Oh yeah. Mike Cursor. So what you need, and the Oliver tractor is too. Well, mine's kind of unique too. But anyway, this is a potato planter. Oliver potato planter, Farquar. And I guarantee it's the only one here. Nice. Keep right on rolling. Yep, there it is. 1946, Oliver 60 road block. Just all one. Yes, just all is the driver. Grandson of John. This is John's tractor. This is good. Painted as a surprise for John's 84th birthday. This is being shown as John's memory. Okay, this is one of the Mike Zimmerman's tractors. He has 5 of these crawlers. This is Wendell Zimmerman, a grandson of mine. And it is a, go ahead. Well, no, it's H.G. Oliver, and it's a 45-inch track. Okay, next. It's an OC3 Oliver. It's a 1952 Kenneth Zimmerman operating.
give him a nice, warm Missouri welcome.
It's a 1959 Oliver OC65 diesel. Like several of those two tractors do, Brad with several operators, and it was
This is awesome.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, we got
Thanks for wheelbase long. Thank you, sir. Very nice.
All right, we got a 2150 now. This is a 2150 four-wheel assist. Gary Lewis, Land, Missouri. Thank you very much.
Looking good. Looking good. Look at them factory front weights on the front end there.
Yeah. Next up, we got an 1850 Cockshutt. Another one of Jerry Lucky's tractors. He was a little short on information on them, but they're for sale, and if you're interested, go back there and get all the information on these tractors. Next up is a 1955. It's a model 1955 Oliver. Okay, you're on down the road.
Thank you. We got a long ways to go. It's our time to get there. This is a 1955 Oliver Cherry tractor.
All right, next up we got a 1959 Oliver 60 body and Cummins off of the Mexico, Missouri. Don't work for 19. Next up we got a 1952 Cockshutt 40. This is Dennis Kelly from Ashland, Missouri. It was his dad's tractor. Used on the farm in South Dakota. We just hold it for there and hand cut the side. Due to the live power takeoff. Tractor was bought new in 1952, the same year I was born.
And his wife made the belt puller cover, so it's not in the parts store.
Does that have a rock from got it covered too. This is a 1952 Cockshutt 30. Dennis Kelly of Ashland, Missouri has this 4-cylinder motor, 29 horse, 4-speed gearbox. Hydraulic. Purchased from a retired farmer in Old Ohio. That's a nice three. The other Cockshutt, this is a 1952 Cockshutt 20. Dennis Kelly of Ashland owns this one. Emily Thurman, his daughter, is driving that tractor. It's not for a 4-cylinder, 4-speed transmission, hydraulic system. The only Cockshutt tractor part which was not available with live. You can come over here. All right, next up now, we got a little different color scheme for Cockshutt. This is a 1957 Cockshutt model, golden era model. Dennis Kelly of Columbia owns this one. Jeff Dunn and son in always driving it. Of course, the old Cockshutt CF and Brent and Gold Retail. Only 135 golden era CF. Rear end of the transmission was a Cockshutt 550. The front end and motor was a Cockshutt 35. Don't think we got a card on the next one. All right, it's a little all-over crawler. What is this about? You know this one? This is one of the there it is. Yeah, this is Suzuki's HC Oliver. Ray Reed and his wife were operating it. Come out of the line with so anyway, looking good. It's a very nicely restored tractor. Well, I must say, Miles, he's a little somebody's not behave yourself. She let you ride.
There you go. Stevenson members, and they're cooking some sorghum today, I think.
Oh. Hey, we got a 1941 Oliver 80 standard now. This is Jeffrey of the Dearborn Shark. Right? Footed what? Hart-Parr design, 1937 to 1940. Yeah. This is Dr. Shark, Silver, Connor, and Oliver. There you go. 1968 Oliver 1650. These are coming up now. Brett Jackson, Cairo, Missouri. Right behind him is Ray Jackson, 70 Oliver 1655. Massey Jackson of Cairo, Missouri. Original 1655 Cadet. Held in 10 years. 200 original hours all round up. They put some of them and paired them up, and they were full of a lot of plows. They were registered at around 60 plows, actually. That one is a 1957 Oliver 299 with a GMC van. Yep, Al, Engelman, and Chris Island, all that stuff. Next up, we've got a 1951 Super 66 Industrial. Don't see a lot of them. Always an odd-looking tractor because of the size of those front tires. Came from the West family. For this, Carl Jurgens, I think, is the operator, I believe.
Yes, this is one of Mr. West's tractors, and he was the reason for the season and the Oliver, and we sure appreciate the West family for getting and jump-starting the Oliver Missouri Club.
1965 Oliver 1850. Yes, Western Missouri, this is his first tractor. That's a good one, this is the first one. All right, we're going to move to 1969 Oliver 1555 gas tractor, coal jerky fire, Montrose, Missouri. He believes it to be original, and I'd say it sure looks like it. Oh, we're going to go back a little bit, Dave, for the next one. I think that's that 1450 Hart-Parr.
Yeah, I've got two of them here for Minnesota.
Yeah, 1930, 2850 Hart-Parr. That was the biggest of the Hart-Parr models. Steve Martin of Young Dearborn. There you go. Michigan.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming down and being with us.
Cross motor.
That's right. All right, now we got a 1960. The only drawers sold at Churchville, Missouri dealership. Showing watermelon and day. Thank you. Next up, 1950 Oliver Super 18 diesel, first, Walton, Missouri. Dad walked from high school to the Oliver dealer and drove it home. Dad passed 23 years ago and on the Plow shoulder again. Family beat that all for that bad. Thank you, sir. 1944 Oliver Simpson on the left hand. Oliver Simpson road route. Gary Marshall, Missouri old family. Lost his over 60 tractors and making 10 tractors. Alright, we got a 1950 Oliver 77 shirt. Got a vertical tank propane cylinder and 3-barrel Oliver sprayer. The Oliver now almost 50 gallon drums on the back. And with 240 to kill whatever it is. Next up, the 1955 Oliver OC6. David Llewellyn, Gary Moore, wanted 2 by Pennsylvania Indian Division. So that's the country come a little further west in his life. Interesting feature.
Henry does have 3 points. Factory 3 point on it. Nice.
That's 1953 Oliver OC6. This is 2255, I can tell you that. Earlier we come out with 3150. Alright, now we got signatures. This is a 1967 Oliver 1250. Allis. Okay. We've got Ferguson family right here. Brothers and son-in-law driving that line of Oliver. Well, that's the car, so I think there's much about 990 is this place. Yeah, Detroit, 990. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Oh my, Judy. Judy is driving John. Pays the right factor and $6.99. 3 Delta diesel. And there's a That's number 19. Next up, a 1972 Oliver 2255. Larry Jackson of Columbia owned 6 tractors. On the truck was bought new and said training was good. The farmer's equipment by his father, Carl. Got a 90 Next up, we got a Nichols Road and 51 Oliver. Don't see me with them. That's the and that's the elevator, which was a local Boonville equipment and that State Fair winner right here. Yes, give him a nice hand. And he's got a beautiful white Plow behind him. Family of Boonville, Missouri. The original owner was Kevin Martin, Carrollton, Missouri. May be driven by Kevin Martin or Joshua Kurt Patrick. So it's one of those two options. That's what the card said. I like this next one coming up, Miles. That's a nice piece. This is a 1989 John Deere Ford 41 articulated. That is a beautiful little piece. And you go down a little straighter than that.
Side highway, he's a tool-born man. Boy, he's that nice.
You know what? That is nice.
Just to think something that you don't like what is out there in mind, good sir.
Those American what is that? 1939, first year, John Deere Model B, Rainy Beast of Fayette, Louisiana. Boy, he brought that dude a long way. We're so happy to have you all. Thank you, sir. Well, he's got a sleeping one up there maybe with him.
You might know this gentleman. He's an author. Alan Easley.
Yeah, learn. But sir, you talking about this. This is a 1957 Massey Simpson Ford. It's not named, it's just a working tractor. Alan, easy from Columbia, Missouri, Miles said. I believe Alan up these 3 books now, and if you haven't read them, see him after the show or after the break. Get them. They're very good. I've read all of this. Is identical to the tractor he started farming with in 1966. He owned it for 5 years. And he has a Deere on it. That's a Dearborn. Can't find the day. Next up, a John Deere Miles old. Nice 1959 530, the last of the 2-cylinder era. Tracy Peace of Centerview, Missouri owns that tractor. And that is a pretty one. Those are good ones, Miles.
Yes, thank you all so very much.
Gonna go for Minneapolis, Moline now, 1961 M5 Minneapolis, Moline. Joan Peace of Centerview, Missouri has this one. This was her dad's tractor. And riding with her is Buzz the dog up there. Everybody has a pet anymore, and this dog has been on that fender of that tractor in many of our shows. 10 years, all generations. That's a good plan. Did anybody give her a hand there? There's the master in her. Oh, we got a nice GP mile. This is a 1929 John Deere GP. Gold Smith of Mooresville, Missouri. Remember Virgil Smith of King City, Missouri? Driven by his great grandson, Smith. That is a nice one, Miles. Well, yeah, but you know what? It's a family affair. We're going right into it. Oh, I like this one, Miles. This is one of those arc tracks. Yeah. This was got a mark at 3-1. Hold on a second. I got it back. Got you out of it. Well, I'll tell you one thing. If you're Ford or Ferguson right here, boy, that one with the cab on it, oh my goodness, I've seen pictures of them. Sharp. We're looking through our catalog here. But anyway, two real interesting birds. Sorry to say, we do not have that one. In that. Yeah, 280. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to step down here real quick, and we're going to get that. I don't like to go through a parade and not identify somebody, because they took all the effort to come here, and we need to know what's going on. Okay, I don't know. Your name? Here. Okay, the Harrisons right here from Jeff City. We got the information. Thank you all. Give them a nice hand. These are two really neat exhibits. Well, we got a bunch of garden tracks going on. Don't see a card on that one, so I don't know what his number is. Hold on. Only made 4 years, in 1982 through 85. A 682, 17 horsepower, then a 782. This is the only size sold with hubcaps, and a 982 is the largest size made. Thank you, sir. I'll give that back to you. All right, we got this one, Miles. 1948 Sean Duval. Emerson Odell of Clint, Missouri. Eli Odell is on that. It's a 12 horsepower Wisconsin power plant. Ford Model A transmission rear end. Based Galesburg, Kansas. Nice piece. Nice little garden tractor size 6 inches there. Next up, a 1950 Farmall Cub with a cultivator. James Cox, Clarksburg, Missouri. And Joey Cox is showing it. These tractors were dedicated to the John Rumely. This was my grandfather. Number 1948 Farmall Cub with a one-bottom plow. James Cox, Clarksburg, Missouri. Dedicated to James Rumely, which was his grandfather. have a 1947 Model 90 Empire tractor. Lee and Dan Robinette from Auger, Missouri, made out of World War II cheap Willys parts. 450s or so survived. 2 seats are original. 271. Got this one, Miles. Yes, I got this one, Miles. This is a 1954 Farmall Super MTA brand Smith of Bolton, Missouri. This is a gas start with a diesel. Only 2,600 of these made. That was a very unusual feature that Farmall had with their diesels. The other ones, they were the only ones that actually started them directly on gas and then switching over to diesel. You didn't have a separate motor to do that. 1948 HSC coming up now. Zachary Rapp. Dan and I restored this SC back in 2018. Here we repainted it. I pulled with it and used it on the farm. It came out of Nebraska. Thank you, sir. McCormick 5030 called Pink. This is Brian and Tyler Rapp of Wheatland, Missouri. Bought the tractor in Kansas. The tractor's been pulling, the tractor pulling will pull around 230 feet. Next up, a 1929 McCormick 5030. This is a 90. That is it. 279. 79. 79. Well, we don't seem to have the car there, but it's an
oil flow. Name and model 1520. Oil flow Rumely. Missouri, Morris Kramer. Okay, Syracuse, Missouri. Right here, 1220. 1220 right here.
Bring that next one on up here, whatever. I can't see it. Oh, that's... No way. Do that one, Miles. I don't have a car. You right down on it.
Okay, this is Mr. Frank Earl, and this is his meal model. Made off of the lawnmower chassis. He's got the real pay in a 300 international utility, but he decided he had time on his hands. He made a replica. Mr. Frank Earl from Harrisburg, Missouri, and he'll be at the Red Power Roundup next year.
I thought he left that thing outside, Miles, in his trunk. Got a card on this one? 2240. I got a card on that one. Let me see. This is a 1976 International 574. Joey Forsey of Centray, Missouri. British-made row crop tractor with an American IH engine.
Thank you.
Good oil.
I like your umbrella. Harry's umbrella. You know, that's one thing. You ever bought a new umbrella lately?
Got no thing on the board. Next up, Miles, the 1957 Deere Fire 20 Earl Ridge of Hold on, let me see if we can find the 201. Yeah, these are John Deere snowmobiles in a wagon. Tillman family of Harrisburg, 1980 sports bar, silver, 1978 Spitfire, and a John Deere 953 wagon. John Deere, like a lot of them, got into all kinds of things, and one of them was snowmobiles. They didn't sell many around here, not much snow. 1952 Oliver CA miles, Ray Patrick, Warrensburg, Missouri. Max Gruson, Warrensburg driving, restored it in 2017.
Maybe grandpa and grandson here.
Featured on the front cover of Missouri Rules magazine. Next up, an Allis Chalmers C, 1949, Ray Patrick, Warrensburg, Missouri. Brock Gruson, Warrensburg operating, purchased by my dad in late 1950. Hardly implement of Harrisonville, Missouri, restored in 2016. Driven by the original owner's grandson. Great grandson. All right, we got a 300 International 1955 Farmall 300 part-time front and quick kid. Cody Lunsford of Lake City, Missouri. We got this from Bono.
Yeah, that's Mr. Gene Eichenberger from Pilot Grove, Missouri, my next door neighbor. And he had his Simpson jumbo, and it was a Farmer and Chrysler Dodge component. This was a tractor that was made in about 1950, and they made very few copies, made out in Azusa, California, and it's got the 6-cylinder flathead Chrysler in it, and the person asked me, says, is that the correct colors for that tractor? Yes, it is. That's what they were. You can see them in the field. This tractor's capable of going 40, 50 miles an hour down the road. Gene's got not only one of these, but 2 of them. Thank you, Gene.
Next up, a 1937 John Deere beef tractor, Trevor and Tyler Ray of Boonville, Missouri. That's a long frame, 3 miles. And those are, look like some of those original style trunk wheels. Look at the tread on those. It's on the side tread. John Deere A, Tyler and Jessica Ray of Allis, Missouri, were the second owners of this tractor, got it last summer. All right, now we got another GC number 224. That's the big board GP standard. This is a 1957 520 miles, purchased from Paul Cummins of Centray, Missouri, Sterling and Beaver Ray, both of the owners. Thank you, sir. This is a 1937 John Deere 830. Driving the tractor That's what this tractor, my name is Thursday night, and Marty, this tractor and, Marty, he's got another one too, 45 feet. I'm going to drive that through today. He's also going to be playing tonight. The brass music, each one has the band that is playing over after about 6 o'clock in the John Deere building, right outside the John Deere building. So yeah, want some good entertainment, come by and listen to him play some good brass music. This is an 830 John Deere. Jim Cunningham, long-time member of our association, very active. And this truck was over Jeff City, sort of like this, always wanted to let him start at 8:30. He got it. When he died, his family donated it to the Show Station. He's also the one responsible for the John Deere building. We're so happy to show that to him in honor of Avery. John Whalen is driving it, so right up on that. All right, next up in 1969, Marty Money.
Nice, thank you. Thank you. You look good under there.
That's 40, 20, 42.
LA John Deere. Sweet as sweet can be.
All right, 1946 LA. Sheppard, Sharon Thomas of Mexico, Missouri. Jeff's the driver that one. This is a 1950 John Deere B owned by Larry Pauley of Columbia, Missouri. He says Deere Park. The wagon is a John Deere 943. Purchased 1940 from Farmall Implement, Columbia, Missouri. A.W. Land Farm. Purchased running union. And at his farm sale last year, Newwood. It is for sale, the wagon.
Okay, we got a birthday here. Larry, it's your birthday today? And he's 22 years old. No,
39.
56. Give him a nice round of applause. His birthday, and also his wife, Vicki. Did you get married on your birthday? You got married on your birthday, and let's see, Larry is 76 years old. They've been married 56 years. Congratulations.
You just get one present on your birthday and anniversary that way. Yeah, I figured that. All right, we got Harold Hatfield with you. 1965 John Deere 40-20 Jazz, Salisbury, Missouri.
They don't get any better if Mr. Hatfield does them right.
Well, I don't have a card on this one, Miles. You'll have to do this one.
This is also one of Harold Hatfield's tractors owned and restored. He's from Salisbury. This might be his son. Yes. He's still doing some pulling? Nope. Oh, I'm going to say, gee, I'm down here close. They don't get no nicer than that one. Boy, that is perfect restoration.
This is a 1953 John Deere Hart-Parr. Richard DeWitt of Moline, Missouri. Stored about 10 years ago. Used to be used to chop silage with. Isn't that a nice restoration, Miles? That's another beauty. Another little line from John Deere. John Deere.
Call them anteaters, honey, and they're very rare. You don't see very many of these. That's a slant dash, too.
Oh, boy, this is slant dash, isn't it?
come up with. So, this was a produced tractor and was put together. Paul bought it from an individual that built this, done a really neat job. Craftsmanship is really nice. And Paul, looky there, break in the middle. Oh, I'm telling you, this guy just gets the odd stuff. Mr. Paul Dubert, thank you.
Next up in 1958, They were the cleanest motor in 1958. Here's our name over the soul. Okay, thank you, sir.
That's a pretty neat idea. He put the parade card number in the battery box.
All right, the classic Ferguson Super 35. Combine, Wyatt, Missouri, built from 1955 to 1960. Smallest combine that Massey Ferguson made at that time. It has a 140 cubic inch motor and a 7-foot truck. They call the toy today, is that true? Well, Mr. Dennis Nichols comes up here with a Hart-Parr 2844 and 1930 model. On the page, Dennis Nichols, Woolridge, Missouri. Serial number 50123. Next up, a 1960 John Deere 730 gas was 456 gas was built in 1960. Jackson, Virginia, Holland, Boonville, Missouri. Nice piece. Nice restoration on that.
Got all the weights on the front end too, King.
Yes, I see that.
Oh boy.
Nice That's a nice piece. Next up, a 1963 Tommy Selby of Woolridge, Missouri. And they're pulling a 4-row Allis Chalmers 100. Next up, we've got that is not the right one, 244. This is a 1953 Allis Chalmers, WC-45, Mark Frederick of Woolridge, Missouri. Got a 1939 Allis Chalmers wheat drill, all steel wheat drill fully behind it, spacing 16 holes and 8 foot, made only 1,000 of these drills. Alright, we got another Allis Chalmers. I don't have a card for that one. You know what you know that one, Miles?
Okay, what do we got? A 2035? Huh? No, what model? 2035? 2530? 2540? Then this might have the Treasuryman Special in it. This is a 1930, and your name? Bob on there? Over 30. Very nice original, Keith.
Just too bad somebody took them lunch on it. Next up, 1969, Oliver Now we're going to go to golf course order. This is a 1953 4-row bullet. Austin and Abby Bueller of Boonville, Missouri. All I seen around golf courses years ago. Got two wheels on the back. Next up, we've got an Allis Chalmers and Andy and Sarah Rice, maybe Boonville, Missouri, something like that.
I call that an Arnold Palmer factory. You can come up with golf course advertising, put your big oil on one of them. Here's the main guy right here.
That's coming up in 1950 W.B. Allis. Andy Rice from Boonville, Missouri.
This is Mr. Don Nichols from Columbia, Missouri with his 1900 Cockshutt, and it is a pretty one. It's got the 4-cylinder decoy in it, as you can hear. Don is our present treasurer of our Missouri Family Oliver Collectors Association. Does a lot of work for us. Great job. You got this one?
I don't think so, Mom. We're getting the wrong way.
Well, we'll get him for you. Mr. Richard Graves. I want to say Ladonia, but I don't know for sure. OC3 with a WC power plant. And they could have put them in them. To use it on a produce line, Mr. Richard Graves is quite the prolific collector here. And what year? Don't remember. Well, we'll research that out. Mr. Richard Graves, and you hail from Rolla, Missouri. Neat. Thank you, Richard.
All right, next up, number 1979 International Cowboy 184. That's the field of 184. Open the wheel. There's
I think Randy was brave enough to hook onto this thing. I didn't ask him to, but Key, I'll let you talk about. This is unique on the 180. That is a factory row crop front end, which is very odd.
Yeah.
Very, very odd. Go ahead.
I don't have any more information on the that file. Just got the factory front narrow front, which is very unusual, I think.
Okay.
This late, and I don't know what that attachment is. I'm sorry to say.
You know what this machine is?
No, I don't.
You ever seen one?
Not that I'm aware of.
This is the first round baler that was ever produced. Go home and scratch out your paper because Vermeer was not the first. Hawkville built this Model 480 in about 68, and Benton, Iowa. I don't know where Benton, Iowa is at, but anyway, they marketed a few of these, and this was the first design. You let it down. This doesn't even have a twine attachment on it. Looking for information about it. Don't know very much about it, other than it's kind of an oddball. And that was the first round baler design, and it rolled the hay on the ground. Allis Chalmers, why I think you hooked up to this. If you're a true Allis person, don't look in the Wendell book, look in the Swinson Allis Chalmers book, and there's a picture of a similar tractor like this, because Allis Chalmers, once they quit the roto baler production, they were looking at options, and they took a prototype of this and tried it out, and they said, we'll pass. So, any information on this, see me or Randy, and we'd love to know some more information about this particular round baler. Thank you.
Have you tried it out yet, Miles? See if it works?
I've got a picture, I don't know where, I think it's on the machine right there. And it does work. It's been setting for a long time. But there's a few out there, but don't know a lot about it.
All right, next up we got a 1979 Allis 175. John Martin, Missouri. All right, a 1932 Allis T40. Caller, Dale Dahl of Boonville, Missouri.
Dale Dahl, right here. He's got a rare crawler in a McCormick Deere. Thank you.
This is also Dale's truck coming up Boonville, Missouri. That's it. White driving the truck.
Got this one? 182. Hold on a minute.
All right, a 1967 Cadet 72 Dale Dahl, Boonville, Missouri. Played a rope of Boonville driving. Got with a plow. 72 with a Avery plow. Next up, 1976, all the C1 Cummins Sandy Cornine. I don't know where they're from.
Marshall, Missouri.
Marshall, Missouri, good.
And this is a Brazilian. They got copyrights and built this as a Brazilian tractor. It's extremely rare. We only know of two in the States at this time of this style. And Tim's very proud of it. 4-cylinder diesel. Don't get very many around. They're pretty rare.
Next up, a 1954 Super C International Julie Roberts of Roseburg, Missouri. Driven by Robert Short. This generation tractor. Purchased in 1974 by Edgar Short. Owned by great granddaughter Julie Roberts. Roberts' great-great-granddaughter, Joanna and Jewel. This is a 1975 Cub Lowboy, Henry Brennan, 89 Clover. It's a rare cab on this one. Drove 1,200 miles to get that cab. Alright, we got a nice little 1630 Rumely coming up here, Miles. Alright, we have a corner on that one. I don't think we get it. You know the owner of that one, Miles?
You got a card on this?
Hold on just a minute. I may have some.
This is Mr. Wise's oil pull, a very original tractor. The president of the Auger Club, John Blaylock, is operating it today. This is a size 15,
1630.
1630.
I know that much about it.
It's a Model H. Very nice indeed. Very early. What year? 1921, Pete.
Yeah, it's what we call the heavyweight. Rumely built three series of tractors that built the heavyweight, lightweight, and superlight. One of the heavyweights. This is a 1975 Oliver 55. Ronald Becker of Smithton, Illinois, purchased the tractor in 2018. After his daughter named his grandson Oliver. I told her that I bought a toy for his toy box.
Your grandson's name is Oliver. Yeah, that's neat. Very nice. Thank you.
I bet your daughter was really excited about that purchase too. 1955 Oliver Super 99 CMP book. David Lucas of Redbud, Illinois, owns this 1960. Here's the low salary up to 75 foot. 35 years. Alright. Nice piece, thanks Alan.
Thank you, Alan.
Now we got a 1926 Ford Model T pickup. Weight, hanging edge, or the bed was her own that. Engine and all the main parts are original. The cab and bed were built with cedar in 2023. Nice piece. Just a nice. You just came for a Model T tractor, truck out, Miles. You know?
The Bumpkin family has been very instrumental in this show for many years. Oh my goodness, we got a tractor pull going on. That's the neat thing is you got to keep the front end on the ground so you can steer it. There you go. Wyatt, hey, Key, this will be our feature for next year. We're featuring oddballs and orphan annies and trawlers. Here you go, a preview.
Thank you, sir. I don't seem to find the cards for that one. Oh, we had no camp. What about this one coming up now, Younger? Hey,
You got this one?
I don't find it.
Rick Flipphorse from Paola, Kansas. A.W. Flipphorse, Slater, Missouri. 1936 John Deere Model A. Oh, this is the one.
Now, this is a 1961 Oliver 500 miles. Laying in Battlefield, Conway, Missouri, I think. And David Brown.
Got one of these. I'd like to know what the serial number is.
1648 of these made. Came to
They're very rare. Very rare. That's John Deere. He had the electric start on it. They laid off the
Look got one over here. Got a Baylor coming up. What number is this one? Don't think he's got a number, does he? No, don't have a number on this one, Miles. I think you're going to have to read off of it.
Well, we got to talk about this. This is a 66 Standard, 1948. Welsh Flyer from Freeburg, My, this is what I call one of them huggable tractors. They're so small. Tell me about your baler.
Don't know much about it. Don't know the year, but it's probably a 43 model because of the rubber tires. Just guessing. It is on.
Mighty nice, sir. Thank you. From Freeburg, Missouri. Okay.
All right, Miles. That's about finished up the break. We got one on the schedule. We got the MADPA tractor bullet.